Today we are making lemon cranberry scones. Scones are usually known for being very dry. These are the complete opposite. They are buttery and flaky, and you're going to love them. And the best part is that you need no tools, just a bowl and a wooden spoon or a spatula. This recipe makes 18 scones, but you can certainly cut this in half. Into a bowl, I'm going to sift 4 cups of flour, along with 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Sift those together, and then it's time to add in the cold butter. I have 3 sticks of butter or 3/4 cup of butter that I've diced. I'm going to start off using a pastry cutter, but then I'm going to work it with my hands just a little bit. You want to get to the point where the butter is about pea-sized. Once you're done doing that, add in 1/4 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, and the zest of an entire lemon. A little tip when using a zester, always face it towards you so you can see how deep you're going into the lemon. You want to stop just before the white part, which is called the pith. Now, using a wooden spoon or a tool that I like to use called a Danish whisk, I'm going to mix those ingredients together, make a well in the center, and now pour my wet ingredients, 4 eggs and 1 cup of heavy cream into the center. I'm also adding in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Using your wooden spoon or Danish whisk, mix that well until all the flour is combined and a dough starts to form. Once that's done, set it aside, and now add your cranberries to a bowl, add 1/4 cup of flour, and mix it well so that you coat all the cranberries in flour. You can also use dried cranberries in this recipe and do the same thing. Add the cranberries in, and now with your hands, you're just going to fold those into the dough. Now onto a kneading surface. I'm using a silicone mat. Add a good amount of flour, and you want to knead that into a ball. Add flour to the top so it doesn't stick to your hands, and just give it a little bit of a knead, not too much. Form a round shape and flatten it out with your hands. Then using a rolling pin, you're going to roll it out to about 1 inch thick. If it's sticking to your rolling pin, add a little bit more flour. Once you're done rolling it out to 1 inch thick, it's time to cut them. Now, we're not looking for perfection, we're looking for delicious. So if they're not all the same shape, it's totally fine. Just try to keep them about the same size so they bake at the same rate. So I'm making 3-inch wide strips, and then I'm going to cut each scone into sort of a triangle if I can do it. Once you've got all your scones cut into relatively the same size, you're going to place them onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. And while I'm cutting them, I'm preheating my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that I have them on my parchment paper, I'm going to brush them with egg wash. And that's just 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of water whisked together. Bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 20 minutes, and while they're baking, I'm going to work on the glaze. 1 cup of confectioner sugar, 6 teaspoons of lemon juice from the lemon that you zested. Mix, and you have a nice glaze. Take your scones out of the oven, let them cool on a wire rack for about 20 minutes, and then using a pastry brush, glaze them with that delicious lemon glaze. If you are not a scone lover, this recipe will make you one. Some people enjoy a dry scone, but if you're like me and you like it to be buttery and flaky, this is the recipe for you. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button to see what I'm going to make next. The entire recipe is in the caption as well as on my website. Ciao, my friends.